Hi, I'm Rachel von Stroup, and I am here with my client,
Bobbianne Anderson.
Bobbianne, how did you get involved with Blue Jacket?
So we were down and out driving by and we saw a sign that said jobs here. And so we called and ended up going through orientation, going through the program. I believe it was in 2016. I graduated. And then some things in my life happened and I wasn't able to work. So I would volunteer for Blue Jacket, doing their staff meetings and in the clothing store. And then all of a sudden they were opening up a store and I was doing better and was able to take a job. And so they placed me there. So how did you get involved with Second Chance Art Exhibit?
Well, I've had some friends who were involved in Second Chances before, so I was aware of the program. I knew that they would pair the artist with a client and that they would basically tell their story through their art. And I did think that was a pretty cool thing.
So what led you to select me as a subject?
Okay, so we get an email that basically has different subjects in it, has a little bio, and I typically will lean towards picking a female subject. But also just like looking at the bio, something stood out to me and I was like, I feel like I can really connect with Bobbianne. So you were definitely one of the top choices. I think that we can give them like choice 1, choice 2, choice 3, that type of thing. And so I got paired up with you. So Bobbianne, what has this experience been like for you?
It's been truly amazing. The beginning process was a little bit scary for me. You were a stranger, so I wasn't sure what to expect. And I think in it being a struggle in the beginning, it showed me how much more second chances even means to me, because I don't have to be that person anymore. I don't have to be that scared little girl. I can go to a stranger's house. I can do a photo shoot. I can talk to you, you know? So it just made it even more that important to me and special.
Bobbianne was such a pleasure client to have because, you know, I know that it would be difficult if I had to tell my story. And I don't know if I would have the courage to sit down with a stranger to really pour my heart out and to let somebody create some art based off of that. We sat down at her store and just talked, and she really let her story out, which allowed me to create artwork that reflected her story, but at a very deep level. Why did you open up? Did I make you feel comfortable, or?
You did make me feel comfortable, and I think that I'm still wanting to grow and recover, and I think to be able to do that, I need to be able to share. You did make me feel comfortable. I was in a comfortable place. We were at the store, and there's just something about you that just made me feel free to share with you. And I guess wanting to get everything out of the Second Chance Art Exhibit that I can get. Okay, so what was the process for you like as a photographer?
So I think in some ways it actually took more time as a photographer, because I'm not just going home and immediately drawing or sketching or painting your story out. I consider myself more like a fine art photographer, because I do like to blur the lines of what is considered fine art, which is a whole gray area itself, and then what is considered photography. Since I bring in so much handmade backgrounds, it really blurs the line of, I'm basically taking a picture of Bobbianne in front of a fine art piece that I have created on a wall. So that's where I feel like I am unique as a photographer, as an artist, because there is a blurring of the lines there. When I created these 3 pieces for you, they were kind of like, you know, 3 separate times in your life. You know, one was a little bit early on as a child, one was kind of, I wouldn't say middle age, because you're not that old. You know, one was a little bit later than that, and then one was where you're at currently or where you're headed towards. And that 3rd piece is called Coming Out of Darkness. And what I love about that and love about this show is that, you know, the artwork and the story is going to go on after the show is over. You know, these clients and these artists are still gonna have lives, and they're gonna continue to move forward. So as that being the last piece in the set of 3, Coming Out of Darkness, I absolutely love that. And I think that was one of your favorite, pieces, because it shows what is going ahead,
Yes.
not just where you've been. So we kind of did where you've been, or where you're at and where you're going.
Yes.
I really want to encourage people to come out to the show to really not only see the work, but show support for people who have maybe had some hard times, but have some great times ahead of themselves. What about you, Bobby? Why should people come to the show?
So I believe that it's really important to come to this show because the subjects are going through a lot. They're bearing their soul, they're telling their story, you're seeing it through art. It's so important for them to feel included. It's so important for them to feel like they're growing. It's so important to give them something to look forward to. And then the accomplishment at the end.
What I love about this show is that you get to connect with somebody on a very deep level, and you get to create artwork based on their life and based on their story. And that's not something that you get to do every day. These clients or these subjects have gone through a lot, and they've really braved a lot to be able to tell their story. And so I think that this is a great celebration